What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna demonstrate a specific feature I'm developing for Almaden, called pipelines. We will probably rename these to rules after some time, but that's how I'm calling this feature at this moment, okay? So the feature itself, it's pretty simple. The first thing the first thing you need to do is uh, choose a specific group of devices, and in this case I chose every device which the operating system is macOS, as you can see here. Okay, here. And right after that, you you will need to choose a rule. In this case, I chose when CPU usage is greater than 90%. And here we can choose which metric we want. For example, memory, disk consumption, um, CPU consumption. Uh, Let me think. Virtual memory consumption. But in this case, I chose the CPU metric, and the operator is greater than, and the value is 90%. So the format rule is when CPU usage is greater than 90%, okay? And the last step is choose which actions will be executed when some device is detected with this problem here, which is again, when CPU usage is greater than 90%, these two actions will be executed, okay? And after some time, um, even um, even after these two actions were executed, if the device keeps reporting the same problem, which is again when CPU usage is greater than 90%, if the device is still reporting this problem, these two actions here will be executed, which is fail actions. Otherwise, this one here will be executed, which is a success action. Okay. Okay. So the whole engine behind this feature is already working, and what I'm developing right now is the UI for this feature, the user interface. Uh, and here we have a pipelines listing working, as you can see. And here we have a button to add a new pipeline. So let's click on it to add a new pipeline. And here we can specify a name for our pipeline. So I will type something like high memory usage, all devices from Almaden department. And here we can choose the event. In this case, I will choose the memory usage event. And I want to be notified in case of some device has a memory usage greater than 5%. So let me adjust the threshold here. Okay. The description is totally optional. I will leave it empty. Okay. Here we have the analysis frequency. You choose 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, the pipeline mechanism will try to find devices with memory usage greater than 5%. And here we have the minimum number of consecutive detections. So the pipeline mechanism, we will need to find at least the same problem at least 2 times before executing any action. Okay, I will leave these as 1. And let's go to the next step. Uh, here you can select the device bucket, And in this case, I want to watch all devices from Almaden department. So I will click here on this button, call it departments. And here I can search for the Almaden department. And as you can see, there are 23 devices on it. So I will select the Almaden department here and click in the next button. And here we can configure which actions will be executed in case of some device has a memory usage greater than 5%. In this case, I want to send an HTTP request to this endpoint here. Let me copy and paste this endpoint here. The body will be something like message the device ID has a memory usage greater than 5%. And we have a problem here because this is a variable. The device ID is a variable. That's why we have these, what I call it, template variables. So if you type something like this, device.device ID, the request will be sent with the correct device ID, okay? Here we can choose if this action required approval before running. I will toggle this option here, and I will choose some accounts of mine, this one and this one. Okay, so everything is configured here, so I will click on this button again, and here we can choose when we want to validate the actions. I will leave it. I will choose this first option on the next collection. And here we can configure the success and failure actions. I will just copy and paste the endpoint here, and I will leave the body empty. Okay, and here we have a summary about everything we are creating. So our pipeline name is high memory usage, all devices from Almaden department. The event is memory usage. The condition is when memory usage is greater than 5%. The frequency is 5 minutes. Consecutive detections is 1. Scope is all devices from Almaden department. And actions is HTTP request. And validation actions is HTTP request and HTTP request. So let's click on this button to create our pipeline. And as you can see, the pipeline has been created successfully. And if we click here, we will be redirected to this page. Here we can see our occurrences. For example, for this specific device here, we have one occurrence. But like I said, the pipeline mechanism, the pipeline engine, we will need to find more than one occurrence before executing our action. So I will simulate a new occurrence for this device here. Let me list all pipelines here. The last one is 24. Let me search for occurrences for this pipeline. So simulate 2410 trigger 1. Okay, so if we, as you can see, now we have two occurrences for this device, and that's enough to execute our remediation action. And as you can see, we have a pending action here awaiting approval. I will simulate this approval through database right now. So as you can see here, I was able to get this action approved, and the action was executed right after I get it approved. And if we go back to that website we are using to receive HTTP requests, you can see that we received a new request here, and the payload is the same payload we have configured when we created our pipeline. So we have the message field here and the message including the device ID, which is that variable we have specified. And that's it. It's working. The remediation action um, has been executed. And okay, our current pipeline state is this. We have two devices. Both devices um, was detected with the same problem 2 times. So we have two occurrences for both devices. I mean, both devices was detected with memory usage higher than 5% 2 times, and the remediation action was executed for both devices. So we have two requests here. And now I will simulate a new occurrence for this device, and I will simulate a new data collection for this device. But this one, I will simulate a success scenario, which is the next collection for this device will have a memory usage less than 5%. And for this another one, the memory usage will have, uh, I mean, for this another one, the memory usage will be something greater than 5%. And this way I will be able to demonstrate different scenarios for both devices. Okay, so as you can see, we have two devices here with the uh, pipeline lifecycle completed. So the first one had two new occurrences. So that's why fail action was executed, because the problem was not solved. And the second one, the success action was executed because any occurrence uh, was found after the remediation action. So that's it, guys. That's the feature we are developing, and it's a very, very powerful feature, but we still need to polish all these screens here, and that's what I'm working right now. And that's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. See you.